Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you from the cigar cave in the hills of Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast.
Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast,
the cigar show for the community by the community.
A forum that talks stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle.
If you're looking for ratings, negativity, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place.
Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us
at the Cigar Junkies Facebook group
or contacting us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com. What's up, junkies? Better late than never.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You can never time it just right.
I was at Leanin' House today.
All right.
And guy came in. He's in the humidor. Dave and I are looking at stuff in the humidor, and I hear, "Hey, where's the Macanudos?" And I didn't mean to open my mouth. I really didn't intend to. And I went, "Bro, you came to the wrong place." And Dave just kind of looked at me like, "What the fuck was that?"
I gotta say, I'm disappointed. I thought that story was gonna be you were just hanging out minding your own business, and some guy walked in you didn't know and was like, "What's up, junkie?"
No,
that would have been cool.
Not that epic.
That'd have been cool. If you ever see Sam out in the wild, just fucking walk up behind him and "What's up, junkie?"
Scream it. Like, bring it from the soul.
Get him. So we are the Cigar Junkies, and we are in the Cigar Cave with our special guest, Sam Rao of House of Feruza. Now, House of Feruza is two different things, but we'll get to that in a minute. Yes, we shall.
Oakley dokley.
So how do we want to go round robin here?
Start with it. Look, he got all dressed up for it and
he
shit.
Did.
You forgot to even put your junkie shirt on.
He looks like
I didn't put my
no, I didn't forget. It was just
dirty
in the bottom of the pile, and I was like, I ain't got time for that shit.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right, so Sam, why don't you tell us where you're from and what's going on in your world?
Well, as referenced, barbershop and cigar lounge that up to this point, 4 generations strong. Okay. The cigar lounge is my baby. Okay. But the barbershop I stepped into, trained by my grandfather, and the building's been in our possession for 75 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. So we're over on South Park Road, across the street from Rutherford Market. And my story starts 17 years old. And
so like 5 years ago.
Yeah, right. I just grew this beard about 6 months ago. No.
He's like, you should have said yesterday. That would make it better.
He's into the platinum hair trend. It's just for men silver fox.
Right. Ooh. Yeah. Just the chest hair though.
Oh. Yeah. I don't have any of that.
No comment.
Well, we don't do that at the barbershop, by the way. For everybody interested.
What's that?
The chest hairs?
We don't trim or dye chest hairs.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
From the belt down, guys. Belt down. You heard it here.
Fair enough.
That would be an interesting trend. Anyhow.
That could be the name of your next shop.
From the belt down. Go from just the tip to dip from the belt down.
That would be every new one would be a new inappropriate reference.
I'm just going to escalate it though. Like right now it's just the tip. So it's like just the tip of a cigar. I don't know why people find it funny, but the next one, that one's going to be raunchy.
From what I know about you, it was completely intended.
I got to jump in and do Sam's job and monitor the chat room.
I was letting him talk.
I'm sorry. No, Ryan Seneca got me because I'm just like, anything interesting in here? And Ryan's like, holy shit, it's Friday. Like we are his measure of time. He's like, oh,
hey junkies.
Holy shit. Good thing we didn't mess you up and do it on a Thursday. That could screw you up a little bit. So what services do you offer?
He was in the middle of a story when you interrupted him. He can go back to the story he was on. You don't have to give him another story.
Oh no. Half the viewing audience is out of here if I get all the way through this.
All story. 4 of them?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I'm good with 2.
I'm just here to have fun.
It's only 2 of the only matter, right?
Girls just wanna have fun. Back to it.
Now, young kid started cutting hair under my grandfather. He retired about 5-6 years ago, and I was running the place when he was there, running the place now. Then we built the cigar lounge, and it's probably been the biggest pain in my ass I've ever done in my life. But I love it. It's a labor of love.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a little cachet though, man. Like when we first started. one of the first conversations we had about advertising, I was like, yo, we should advertise for that House of Fairuza place. We could probably get ourselves some free memberships because that shit's not cheap. And like, I could smoke in my garage, you know? But that kind of came and went. And I don't even think we met until almost a freaking year later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like you had, you had your branding in the junkies' minds right from the beginning.
Yeah,
so,
you gotta get that in there. You give them some free stuff, and then eventually they do the advertising for you. You know,
Nice.
right?
That's
Yeah,
Well played.
it's gonna continue after this. You know, flash a couple of things on the screen. Yeah.
So let's start with the barbershop, because I'd like you to. This is not what you think of when you think of a barbershop. When you're thinking of a strip mall with the barber pole spinning in the front. Is a very different vibe.
Yeah, we got a different vibe. So in the cigar, or not in the cigar world, in the barbering world, there's like modern barbering, and then there's traditional barbering. It's kind of a different technique and how that's done. When we opened, my grandfather was involved in something called Roffler. Okay, Roffler method of cutting hair is using a straight razor to cut hair. All right, and that was kind of their thing. They did it for at least a couple decades, and they were among the first 25 barbers involved in that in Pittsburgh.
Well, I had a TikTok. You ever see that shit? People cutting. They think they use meat cleavers and shit now.
Yeah, or they'll do an axe or some shit like that.
Stupid fire.
Yeah, right. And a little less hokey. It's actually, it's not meant for you let's put it that way. But so anyhow, they were big involved in that, and they kind of formed our shop. For a while we did take, it was actually unisex. They would take women, they would take men, and then it became just men. And so for the last 40 years, it's been kind of that reinvigorating the old with the new. And when I came in there, I made couple small changes, but people are always, when they walk in, they're like, wow, this place is like real retro and everything. It's like, it's not retro, it's old.
There's a difference.
Yeah, right. And instead of pretending to be, it actually is,
That is what's really cool, man. Like I walked into that place and the memory triggers from the smells.
Yeah.
Right? Like I just go back to being like 4 or 5 years old at my grandparents' house. And like my grandparents weren't like old and stinky, at least not then. They were like cool. They had a bar and pool table and shit in their basement. And I don't know, there's some sentence and shit that popped into my head. I'm like, wow, man, that takes me like way back. This is really cool.
It reminds him of back when he was doing shots at Barbicide.
Yeah, right.
Well,
that's what happened to the hair.
Who says I don't still,
Ryan Seneca wants to know how much you'd charge Corey to take a little off the top.
Oh God, I think it would be harder. I want to say find the hairs would probably be most of the charge.
Be like, where's Waldo?
Yeah, right.
On Corey's head.
Yeah, what they call finders.
Haircut 53 cents. Finding the hair $50.
Seth Jones said this place has great patina.
Absolutely,
it does. You need to run with patina instead.
We call that with patina. This guy need to hire this guy.
Speaking of which, I have a box of them in the car if you want to try patina.
A little chilly.
A little chilly?
your storage area, that's all.
Yeah.
So what I love about this place, you walk in the door, first thing you see is a sales counter, and glass below, which is full of cigars. It's a humidor, which is fucking amazing. And then you look around and there's all these badass old like die cast cars and display cases and shit, dude. The vibe is just
super
awesome
retro
as hell. The first time I rolled in there for a haircut, I was so glad that I had a kid that still has hair so that I had a reason to be there. It is super badass. If you were in the Pittsburgh area and you have not had your hair cut at House of Fairuza yet, go get one for me. Because I can't.
Where are you at exactly? Really, if I'm looking at Evie's, you're the building to the right.
No, not Evie's. No, you know where Ace used to be on South Park Road?
There's a BP there.
Yeah. We're right. BP. We're right across the street from former Ace.
Yeah. So if you go past that BP, there's that first right. Then the house after that. My uncle lived there for 25 years. He used to live right there next to you guys. I never even noticed it.
And that's what I love about this area is because everybody that walks in and everybody that we meet is all like either had a relative that lived right next door or some kind of shit like that. I love it.
That's the thing about Pittsburgh, right? It's such a small, big city. Like, and because we roll like Washington is Pittsburgh and sometimes Cranberry's Pittsburgh, like people are crazy. And I'm from Pittsburgh.
And especially when you're somewhere else, you're on vacation. everywhere is Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
unless it's Ohio.
everybody's trying to get the F out of here.
It's like, where are you from? It's a Pittsburgh. Oh, what part? Somerset.
Yeah, right. It counts.
Are you though? Are you from Pittsburgh? I don't know.
Not so much. So what is this? You said it's the biggest pain in the ass is the lounge part of things.
Well, it's a 24/7 lounge.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So you already know right there,
Yeah.
you know, but it's like I said, it's a labor of love because every story that I have that it's like, oh my gosh, you know, it's like, if I have one more issue with, you know, not that we have a ton of issues,
right.
but every story like that is also coupled with, you know, we had a New Year's party and, you know, the shenanigans that happened there. And then the day after was super fun.
Shenanigans. I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
Congratulations. You're the first person that said that word on the show.
It's like Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse.
That's
here,
right.
Oh, yeah. Corey gets all excited.
I got so excited I pushed the wrong one.
Yeah. So on the barber side of things, do you smoke there?
No.
Okay. I
No
wasn't
smoke
sure.
in the barbershop. And I feel like we do a pretty
Drink,
good job
though.
keeping the smoke out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do drink. And, you know, for anybody who's curious, there might be an empty glass near the chair. All right. Don't freak out. All right.
I'm not going to cut your
He
whole
cut
ear
and
off.
steadies his hand, okay?
I steady
Just
it. I
relax
steady it,
about
you know, and that's my, you know, that's not even my shooting hand.
Badass. My 14-year-old son's getting a haircut, and they're like, "You want a beer?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want a beer."
Jason
Don't tell
Smith
Mom.
said,
Have a couple of those and drive out of here. No.
Jason said, I would imagine that Corey in the barbershop would be like that Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd scene where Bugs was the barber putting all kinds of shit on Elmer's head.
You know what's hilarious?
It could be.
We have classical Saturdays at the barbershop, and that theme from the Barber of Seville came on, and that was I immediately looked over into his booth, and I was like, "Oh, you want to have a chair war all the way up to the through the fucking ceiling?"
Hell yeah! Actually, I would have to say that it's probably more akin to a eunuch in a whorehouse.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no reason for me to be there.
Said amazing Blazing Saddles reference, by the way.
There you go.
I did the shooting hand a little bit earlier.
The share. No, wait, we'll skip that part. So a couple years ago, a friend of mine, acquaintance, whatever, he owns Barbier down in Washington. Do you remember that whole escapade?
Escapade.
Yeah.
Oh, do tell.
He was on the morning show. I can't remember what the big morning show is. He was on there. He was on like 10 talk shows because a woman came in, wanted a haircut. He said no.
Oh, yes.
And they blew it up into this huge thing. And I was talking to him.
Guy's
like,
a hero of mine.
I talked to him like a year later, Johnny. I was talking to Johnny like a year later. He's like, dude, it was the greatest thing to ever happen to me. I'm like, wait, you were like constantly attacked. He's like, that's what you saw. And then men just piled into my shop because they were like, oh, wait, no, we're on his side.
I wish I would have gotten the back half of that story. It's the first time I've heard that because I always wondered what happened
Oh, yeah.
after that whole thing.
Have you ever been to his shop?
Yeah, and it was like kind of one of those we used to sell.
It's not in a great place.
No, it's not.
Really not that nice of an area.
Well, we used to sell wet product. You know,
Okay.
every once in a while we would go around to sell shampoo. We used to rep. Actually, Roffler had its own shampoo.
Okay.
So we would rep that, and I did stop in there. I remember thinking, "Oh, this place is awesome in a lot of ways." And after I heard that story, I almost wanted to call him. You know, like, stay strong, man. Stay strong. You know.
Oh, dude, he had so much support. Like,
Dude, if a chick come into my place and said that, and I was like, we can't serve women, but why not? My lawyer says no, I can't afford any more lawsuits. She would have turned around and been like, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
I'm not
peace.
coming here. I don't need what you got.
no, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure he offered to pay for her haircut down the road too.
Yeah,
like,
I did.
Yeah, is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like, you did everything you could do to appease her. Like, he was as nice as and he's the nicest human being too.
It was like, I don't know how to cut your hair.
Yeah.
Unless you want to look like Jim. I got nothing for you.
Yeah, but you know, beside the fact that generally speaking, you have no right to somebody's service.
Right.
You know, so if he chooses not to cut women's hair, regardless of the fact that he doesn't know how to or doesn't feel comfortable or whatever, take the answer.
Right. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's just like going to a restaurant and then be like, oh, we don't have a seat for you tonight. We're full.
Right. Well, there's put it up on the roof.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah,
like,
well, yeah.
I think he added to his sign men's haircuts. Like, I think he added men's haircuts to
Is
his
that
sign.
what makes it legal? You have.
He was never out. That was the thing. It was never, even on like the morning shows, like the hosts were all laughing about it. Like, this is, they were trying to pretend so serious, but like, you're watching them, you could tell they're like, this is just just a joke.
Well, if you wonder what we're smoking, you'll find out after this message, and Sam will tell you. It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Just a Tip Cigars. Are you looking for the best selection of boutique cigars? Do you want the tried and true legacy brands that are synonymous with the cigar lifestyle? Do you want luxurious cutters, lighters, and other accessories? Do you want to relax in the most comfortable cigar lounge in the burg? Then you want Just a Tip Cigars. Conveniently located in the Bavarian Village Shopping Center in South Park, Pennsylvania, Just a Tip Cigars has been tailor-built to your smoking needs. Whether you visit in person or on the web at justatipcigars.com. When it comes to cigars, Just a Tip is the whole package. Soon to be a fine establishment.
Right.
I forgot to put that in there. I really wanted to.
A soon-to-be fine establishment.
Yep.
Soon to be establishment.
So tell us what we're smoking.
Yeah.
We are smoking the Robber Baron from Principal Cigars.
Okay.
You will not see this anywhere unless you're in a drawing room, tasting room, or select areas where John Reeves may have stopped.
I like him. He could do some of the voiceovers.
So it's hold on, let me get my notes here, because it's an Ecuadorian wrapper, which it just gives it that perfect, like, well-rounded taste. I just love it, and the draw is perfect. Okay.
I was just gonna say it's real loose draw, which not real loose, but it's a
Not
nice
sloppy.
open draw, and
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, it's not sloppy. So John's a member in our cigar.
That's what she said.
Long delay.
Real sloppy.
That's also what she said.
Not to me.
Not to anybody in this room, but
Are you sure? Because it was like, it's in.
Fucking Seth Jones is the whole package. I'm telling you, man. I'm creating a brand for you here.
I feel like I did that. Like I feel like I feel like I created the brand. You may be enhancing. But
Soon
I
to
feel
be
like
a fine establishment. It isn't even established yet.
That's why it's a soon to be fine establishment.
Soon to be established.
I don't even want to talk about that right now. With you.
We found your silly sausage. Or your Velcro, as it were.
What are you talking about?
Under the skin, buddy. Under the skin.
also curious.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
Jesus Christ.
Dude,
Talk about a long delay.
it's been a week, man. It's been a week.
Did we buy you enough time?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, we got plenty of time. So the notes that he sent me, it's a dark Ecuadorian Habano wrapper with a Sumatra binder and 2 different Dominican fillers. It is a rich and earthy tones surrounded by smoky, meaty characteristics. Aged a year and a half at the factory. So my history with John kind of goes back way before they had this inception of the drawing room, and he was a broker for us. And got us all kind of neat stuff. And I used to bug him all the time about, like, why don't you partner with somebody and make a cigar? And he's like, yeah, he kind of hem-hawed around it. And he finally did something about it, unless he was just lying to me, which is very possible, because I might be overestimating how good of friends we are. But, but he came to me not long ago, and after they announced, the drawing room was coming, and he's like, I'm making this cigar. There's a lot of people that have some influence in it, and I think you're going to really like it. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm game. And he brought these in a few weeks ago. I've been really enjoying them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it's a one and done.
Oh, it's a single run.
He would have been enjoying them slower if he knew that ahead of time.
Yes.
I wouldn't be giving it to these damn junkies, that's for sure.
I have another cigar, don't worry. But no, they had I think they had a 1,400 cigar run, but it's a series. And then from what he's told me, there's going to be a Robber Baron 2. But I think I'm going to hold this up to the camera here. I love the band on this. And he had somebody design this.
It's got choo-choo.
Yeah, it's got a choo-choo. All kind of neat stuff about the box.
He likes it because when they hit that brakes, it goes.
There's all kind of neat stuff about the box. Here's what's in the box.
Where the hell's the?
You ever been on the internet? There's all kind of neat stuff on the internet.
I was hoping there was a choo-choo noise somewhere on that.
No. It hasn't come up yet.
That's a first for us.
Oh,
I almost said that's what she said again. I was like, don't get
Yeah,
time for that shit.
we were already there.
So shall we discuss the?
Can you resist any longer?
I mean, I was resisting just fine. I can, yeah.
Okay, I was just
Shall we
checking.
tease? I
It's
don't
up to you. I mean, they can see, so it's not like there's anything to tease.
I finally got my Christmas present.
I'm gonna play with it.
Oh my!
Give you one piece.
I feel like I've been waiting for the damn thing as long as he has at this point.
So the price tag on that's going to be a little hefty for anybody that wants to order one. But that is a handmade leather computer bag, and it's much more suited to my computer than the first one that he started making me. It was 12 inches wide, and I specified my laptop's 14 and a half.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, check this bag out. I'm like, how big is that? 12 inches? I'm like, it's not going to fit. He's like, it'll stretch.
That's a kind of
Not
bag,
that much.
That's the kind of bag that you buy a new computer for.
Yeah. So this is all handmade leather. Like I have pictures of every single part of the process over the last tedious 3 months.
Yeah.
Yes, they need worn in.
Yeah, it's just time. But I'm like trying to do it, kind of.
yeah.
It's garbage. Throw it up. Okay.
But
I like this detail too. It's the little things like that. Like,
oh yeah, dude, it's
that
so
make it
nice.
sharp.
It's like a high-end lady bag, but it is badass. And then the wonderful part is I've got the matching travel humidor that I had him wrap in the same leather, so I can accessorize.
that leather's so clean it almost looks like
Dude,
alligator.
Oh, dude. And the dragon scale, every one of those scales on there is actually single punch.
Oh,
he has to do every one of those.
I only did
by
one
hand.
side for you in
So
case
that
you
it
decided to
wouldn't
go
be
through the
his
same
part.
process.
But check out the travel humidor, dude. Here, you pass that, and then I'll let you check out the next part. But I am indeed very proud. My friend Ian Mock made these for me. He is the brother of married Trevor.
Of married Trevor.
That's right.
I forgot about married Trevor. How is he?
Still married.
We haven't discussed him in a
He's
while.
soon to be Father Trevor now.
Whoa, he
Yeah.
did not waste any time on that one, huh?
Yeah, apparently not. He was saving himself, I guess.
That's awesome. Sorry, after that, that's kind of
It-
you got to
oh,
lead
well,
with
this-
that, bud.
Wow.
And
only
something
got
that's
some hands.
almost as important.
Right.
So they'll make their debut out this weekend, I'm sure. But I'll tell you about that later in the events portion of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can
Are
tell
you going?
yeah.
Let's just ask that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous.
My man does some badass work.
Yeah, that is really cool.
It was worth the wait.
It's
Yeah.
like that nice hefty.
I don't know if it would have been
Yeah,
worth
it's leather. Like,
any
it's
more of a wait, but it was worth the wait.
you can strap a you can strap a razor off that thing.
not- right. Speaking of which, I can't get a straight shave. It destroys me. I just it looks like I got attacked by fire ants.
Ooh, do
It's
it.
so bad.
Let's do it on
I was
the
about
show.
to say, you know what would be really fun? We'll take a friendly wager. If I can give you a shave without making your face look like you were in that Nick Cage movie with all the bees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I feel like when
No.
The something man. The lawnmower man?
No, the wicker man.
Wicker Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's happened to be wicker furniture on lawns. Is that where your head went?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been super bored by horror movies, and I don't know them.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into them myself.
I just honestly, the only thing I know about that movie is exactly that one scene that you just referenced. That's it.
That's the only part that's worth watching.
That's the one that you see all the shorts of. It's just him. They got like a helmet on him and they just fill it with bees.
Yeah,
That's
sucks.
pretty much it.
You bitches!
it won't bring them back.
Seth,
Won't bring them back.
Seth said it's looking like he just hit puberty again. So, anyways, what's the challenge?
I feel like we can give you the shave and give it smooth. Go ahead. You want to do it? No, okay. I thought there was a that's what she said.
You overestimate my reaction time.
Oh yeah, no.
You know?
You got to give it like minutes.
That's right.
Sometimes.
Give a shave, make it nice and smooth, no bumps or anything.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
And if I'm not able to, I have to treat you to a cigar and vice versa.
Deal. That's okay. Problem solved.
I'm making
I'd
I'm
like
making
to
the
say
wagers.
that is a very easy wager for somebody for both parties being cigar distribution
Shut up.
centers.
There's currently 6,000 cigars in my car.
Yeah. I
So
probably have
give it a couple of weeks to acclimate before you buy
Yeah.
from just to tip their
Yeah,
kids.
well, that's they're in the car now, and then they're getting put away once we're done here. They just came in. I didn't have time.
you bring them in here, I can turn them to
Ashes real quick. Huh?
5,000 cigars in a week.
well, and sitting out there in that nice dry cold air is really good for
it's
them.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That So why don't you tell the kids at home about this this building behind your building, inside the building, this super secret barber smoking Poles society.
It's only in the Matrix.
Yeah?
No. So in the back of our barbershop,
Matrix.
there's a fancy door that will soon be covered by a bookshelf which I can't tell you exactly where, or else it loses its mystique.
Yeah, that's the fun.
I mean, you kind of already gave a little bit away.
A little bit, yeah.
Look for a bookshelf in a barber shop, guys.
Yeah, and yeah, right. Nobody in there reads. Come on.
Is it a magazine rack next to the chair? That's it.
Right.
Let's see. It's probably nobody's reading the Sigmund Freud. I'm gonna try that one.
That one.
Well, I thought it was maybe put the Bible there because I know people are like, oh, it's definitely the Bible. Nobody's picked this up in yours.
Yeah, no. Couldn't be that one.
Sorry, Father.
These motherfuckers need Jesus.
Super. Yeah. me mostly. So you walk to the back. There's a door there. You're gonna walk through it. Okay. It matches the wallpaper, so it kind of blends in already. You're gonna go through, and in the back is our fancy ass cigar lounge. What I miss?
Do you watch Futurama, bro?
A couple episodes. Why?
You're familiar.
Mm-hmm.
He sounds like the guy doing the intro to the spoof series. And behind that is the scary door.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
Isn't that the same guy who does the Calculon thing?
Probably. There's like 3 voice actors.
Yeah,
on
it's
that whole
like
show.
I was gonna say there's not many people do that show.
Well, it used to be. It was like 1,000 different things back there. This building, basically, our building with just the front of it was.
It's just a front. You heard him.
It was just a front.
Just
yeah,
a front.
Right. We're giving money to whoever can traffic these funny cigars that don't have any tobacco in them.
The wackies.
Yeah, the wackies. So the front of our building was a insurance office. And it wasn't anything special. And we bought it and turned it into a barbershop. My great-grandparents built this place on the back end. And they were living in it, actually. So you're living where you work, which is pretty much terrible. But they loved it. I don't know why. And eventually they moved out, and it became 1,000 other things. There was a dentist back there. There was a freaking cleaning company back there at one point. There was a bunch of different things. So when I bought the building, half of those things were gone. I think the only thing left was my great aunt's salon. And I decided, you know what? We're just going to take all the spaces. We're going to knock out a couple walls. We're just going to make it one big lounge. Which is why if anybody in the audience has ever been there, you know that the ceilings are all low. It looks like somebody's house. Yeah.
And if you haven't been there, how much is it going to cost him?
A lot.
A lot of doll
Memberships start at $45 to $55 to $65.
How much for below the belt?
Below the belt. We can't put that on the air.
That's the extra super secret membership there. I'm intrigued to no end. What is behind the Corey size door?
The Corey size door?
Do you have a really little door there somewhere?
Where are you talking about?
In the basement, there is like a tiny little door. Was there
probably an old coal cellar door?
Oh. Wait, you talking about that? I think that's a bathroom in there. That's like
I don't know. It was a closed door, and I was just like,
I'm trying to figure out what tiny door are you talking about?
So you go in, you
There's
make
like
3
real
rights,
short-
then a left, turn around 4 times, find a guy in a poncho. His name's Bob.
I feel like I'm
He'll
doing
tell
it
you where to go.
my own goddamn place. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about.
I'm quite amused by this.
I'm like, did I dream this up, or is there not an incredibly small door in this fucking basement?
You're definitely. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a storage room.
But I like how he just glosses over it, like he didn't just try to gaslight me into believing this door didn't exist.
It doesn't exist, but it does.
What door?
It fits in very well. It's just fucking.
That's the place in France where all the ladies dance. I'm told.
There's a hole in the wall. No,
I'm more amused by the fact that there's a whole conversation going on.
Dude,
and they're
I like the
conspiring how to
engagement.
break into my car right now and steal cigars. Like you've got people in different states orchestrating. Like Seth's got the information where, Ryan's got the means, like how.
see, that's the thing. You assume he's in a different state, but he's actually dressed as an Amazon delivery driver.
Coming up the driveway,
The truck just
Waiting
drove by,
for his
you know?
moment.
And you got to watch how many people you try to pull this off with, because $6,000 you got to split that 3 ways. You don't want to have too many people on the job.
It's not $6,000. It's 6,000 cigars.
6,000 cigars. Oh shit. Oh yeah. You're gonna want to take this.
I picked
guy
up a
down.
couple orders today. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, 99% of people who would look at it and say, "Wow, it's a bunch of cigars," probably have no idea how much
it
that
just
is.
looks like Amazon boxes.
Right.
That's all that's in there.
Yeah.
And so I was going to originally twist his arm publicly into giving me a free membership in exchange for some sort of advertising. However, there's a problem with that, and there's no cigarette smoking in there, which means that I could pretty much never frequent because I can't bring my wife.
I feel like half the fun is not bringing your wife. Like that gives you a reason to go there.
Could she hear?
She's not on right now, so
Right.
that should be good for a minute.
Sounds like my wife is better than yours. She could listen later.
I'm not the one who's worried about not going.
You've never been there in the first place.
Hence me not being worried about not going.
If you were, you would be in an anxiety-induced coma right now because you've never been. Right.
Fair enough.
That's what we tell our people.
Besides that, I thought you were afraid of my wife too. What the fuck?
I checked to see if she was watching before I said it. I am aware.
I haven't even met her, and I said, "Is she on?" All right.
Yes, he's like, I parked in front of her. Is that okay?
That's like half of our relationship is mutual fear of each other's wives.
That means you watch each other's backs.
We're like an emotional support group.
We know what's up.
Where are you supposed to be right now?
I understand, Sam.
No. I'm allowed to be here, but if the show ends early, I'm fucked. I have to call a rip now. I do not have one of those.
Just holding hands in the driveway. It's okay. I'm scared of her too.
Let's crack into these 6,000 cigars I have. And
Who wants to smoke a cigar?
Hello. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
Shall
So
we?
what are your thoughts on the cigar? We could do
my
that. Like
thoughts-
it is a cigar podcast.
Tis. Like you said, nice draw. Excellent smoke production. It is a little stronger than I think that it looks, but it is well balanced. It is not unapproachable by any means. I think this might be a little bit of a strong pairing for it.
Yeah.
I would go a little bit light, but it's a great cigar.
I found it pairs very well with brewery we do a lot of work with, Mondays. Yeah, over in on 19. Yeah. Fantastic guy, Sam Fee. If you guys haven't checked him out yet, please do.
Yeah, so we need another Sam.
Yeah. Right.
It's just 3 Sams. You know what the odds are of knowing 3
He's got a
Sams?
beam for that.
Oh yeah. Everybody needs a Sam.
You got Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah. You got
the other
the
Captain America.
Yeah. Captain America
Sam's the Falcon.
The Falcon.
Yeah.
You got Sam from that stupid teeny bopper show about killing paranormal stuff.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of the name of it.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He watched it.
No, never seen it before. In my
I
life.
must have understood that one
But I
from.
hated when the one guy died.
I did not understand that.
No, I don't know if anybody actually died.
I think a lot of people die.
I think I've seen like 2 episodes of it. Just
My wife's
on
a
accident.
huge fan.
Is she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, honey.
Okay, so a
Let me
little
get-
bit of
she
advice
loves Sam, huh?
for the
Yeah.
guy, the
Of
one
course.
guy whose cigar is burning poorly.
Yeah, that's actually my fault. I bumped my hand into the mic and I got a little off.
Rotate the unburned portion
To the lower.
to the bottom. No, don't ash it.
breaking
and
it
fuck
off.
with it. Don't. Just keep the unburned. So like the common thought is, like, at least for me and most people I talk to, is that the heat's going to rise. So when you put the unburnt tobacco on the top, it's going to burn, but it doesn't. What happens is the oxygen's coming up from underneath, and that helps combustion. So if you ever have a cigar that's burning unevenly before you try to touch it up or
we were testing
do
a
whatever
theory.
he was doing over here, roll the unburnt portion down, and you'll see improvement. Unless your cigar's fucked up, which is possible.
Ladies and
You know what?
gentlemen,
It's-
science with Corey.
This is all we learned in high school. How
I learned that in high school. I was smoking cigars in high school. Wow.
It wasn't
Philly.
I didn't
cigars.
say it was
yeah.
cigars. Yeah.
But I learned how to keep the blunt even.
I did not learn how to do that at all. No.
Yeah, we smoked.
I wasn't in there long enough.
We were all about glass.
Yeah.
Crack, huh?
Blunts took like time and all that. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, right, yeah. No,
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You guys feel like
Well-
there's a bunch of bees on you right now?
I got a real long news segment, so I'm going to go ahead and get to it. It's time for the cigar news, brought to you by Tom's Penworks. As a cigar smoker, you appreciate luxury. And as a premium cigar smoker, you appreciate handmade craftsmanship. And as a customer of Tom's Penworks, you'll appreciate the selection of custom-made, limited production items that you can show off to your friends. From handmade pens, pencils, bottle openers, cigar cases, and now custom rings, Tom will create something special for you or your loved one. Find him on the web at etsy.com/shop/Tom's Penworks. And as always, you can find the link in the description for this episode. I think we can make that work.
That would be a really.
Sam's
good
over here thinking about shits.
Yeah, that would be
We
a really.
could talk
good
to the
one.
Toms.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the box because I have a few hanging around here. Maybe we give one to old
Well, there you go.
Sammy
That's
around.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, we'll dig into it after the show.
Just give him mine.
Yeah,
We really don't use
there's a box. We'll get to it. First on the news, Tatuaje has announced it's retiring 22 SKUs in the U.S. market,
Thank
including
God.
streamlining the retirement of Tatuaje Mexican Experiment 2 line, as well as valued price lines like El Suelo and Trocadera. something like that. It's close enough.
He's Spanish and he's a good fix.
So I was contemplating reading the entire list, but there's more than enough shit in the news already to not do that. I did have
10-4. No, I don't say thank God because like anything.
There's just too many.
There's too damn many.
He's the biggest Tatuaje fanboy.
I'm absolutely a Pete Johnson
That's the
fanboy.
list.
Oh shit.
I mean, it's 22 things.
Yeah, but like, man, there's just if he differentiated them. Because like even when Drew Estate got rid of a bunch of their lines, I was cool with it. But like with this, like I don't know. Like I don't know what that is. Like I love your line, and I can't even tell you which cigar is which.
Yeah, it's a little chaotic.
It's a bit much.
It's a pain in the ass to sell them.
To save myself from repetition, the following announcements will all be introduced at the Total Product Expo, or TPE 2023 in Las Vegas, Nevada. First off, Aganorsa Leaf to introduce 2 new Lunatic Maduro sizes. The 2 new Votolas will be a 6.5 by 60 and a 7 by 70. The Aganorsa Leaf JFR Lunatic Maduro line features a San Andreas Mexican wrapper over Nicaraguan binder and filler grown on Aganorsa Leaf's farm. Production comes from Aganorsa's Agricola Ganadera. I don't know why I put all this shit in here knowing I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. I should start reading this stuff. New sizes will bring the total number of Vitolas in the Lunatic Maduro lineup to 8. And I still don't think there's any reasonable sizes in there, which sucks because it's a good cigar. I do like that cigar. They might have 1 or 2 gauges that are small enough to fit my inclinations, but not enough for a cigar blend that I like.
That's what the Torch series is for.
Is it?
The Torch series is smaller.
Is it the same blends?
Well, the problem is they're the same gauge, but they're only like 3 inches long. So it's like a nub on steroids. It's like a nub with a gym pump, it's ready to go.
Well, I should have thought about your inclination.
That sounds like my Tinder profile. All right. Casa 1910 has announced its 3rd line of cigars. The Solidera edition will make its debut. Casa 1910 says the cigars will arrive at select retailers after the trade show. The line was inspired by women who fought in the Mexican Revolution. Now, this is going to be a little bit rough.
San
Petrina, Teniente, Angela, and the La Coronella will be 3 distinct blends, each in different sizes and paying homage to a different female fighter. Freud Cigar Company, which pays homage to Dr. Sigmund Freud, the Australian doctor who is the father of psychoanalysis and a renowned cigar smoker, which I did not know before writing the notes today, will launch its 2nd regular production line, the Alter Ego. It will be the company's first Mexican San Andreas wrapper offering. In addition to the wrapper, the cigar features an Indonesian Sumatra binder and all Dominican filler that includes Palo de Corojo, Pilato Cubano, and Havana 92. The cigars will come in 3 sizes, a Robusto, a Toro, and a Lonsdale. Each will be presented in 10-count boxes. And finally, Selected Tobacco has released a set of Byron humidors for 2023. This is already going to be out of my price range. I can tell you that right now. The addition of Byron humidors is limited to 1 size per blend, with 7,500 cigars produced per blend. The 2023 edition features an extra aged offerings from Byron 19th Century Grand Poema, 20th Century Habaneros, and the 21st Century Elegantes line. The blend have 4 to 5 years of post-roll age on them, and each is packaged in a special collectible humidor. A total of 300 of the lacquered African oak humidors have been produced per blend, and each humidor contains 25 special vintage cigars from one of the blends. Features on the humidor include embossed hinges, a temperature gauge, hygrometer, and push-button closure. Humidors were designed by Selected Tobacco owner Nelson Alfonso, and pricing for each humidor is set at $925. Still not as bad as the Padron, I don't think.
No.
The Padron 50s were stupid. But if you didn't know, Nelson Alfonso was actually behind most of like the crazy artwork and like special edition humidors and stuff for all the Cuban cigars. So he does some pretty badass shit, man. Like these humidors are going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not enough to make me buy one, especially since those cigars are not in my flavor wheelhouse anyways.
Oh, are they a little lighter than your taste?
They jump into that category of like the super premium old man cigars for me, which is like there's a lot of people that love them. I'm just not one of them. It's very Davidoff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking when you were describing the old man expensive cigars. I mean, they're good if that's your palate,
and they haven't changed.
Well, and that's what we've talked about before is like that's the glory of them is that they don't change.
Sure.
Like they've maintained consistency, which is difficult in its own. So respect for that.
Well, sure, you don't change your lines that you have out, but the fact that this, what is it, a 25 count humidor, right?
Seth Jones jumps in. I think it's at 75. Seth Jones jumps in and says that Rojas is launching their breakfast taco.
Correct.
At
Amando.
TPE also. I like the sound of that.
I like the sound of it, but I don't know, just because I like breakfast tacos. I really want to see.
But have you had a street taco?
Yeah.
Have you had you've had the barbacoa and the carnitas?
Yeah.
See, if it's going to be lighter, that doesn't do
delicious.
anything for me. I don't
Oh
like
yeah,
it
they
to
are
be
delicious.
stronger.
Oh no, I wasn't bashing them.
Oh,
I was just saying they're delicious.
I feel like you were bashing them.
Yeah, if he's watching.
Absolutely. What you get your point across. You
Yeah.
let him know how you feel.
They're shit cigars. No, they're great cigars. We sell a shitload of them. Here's the question I want to know. How can you differentiate that enough with the breakfast taco?
I would imagine it's probably lighter.
Well,
Right, because
obviously,
the general public of cigar smokers has a tendency to go lighter in the morning, and then heavier as the day goes on, and like they're eating food and so forth. Whereas I'm actually kind of the opposite. I love like a coffee style, like a wake you up cigar.
That's me. And that's what I was thinking. It was like mornings for me, pairing a cigar with coffee or something. Are we going after the hard asses that are like, I wake up 10 minutes before I have to get into my cold car, and I want to have a street taco in there with me.
I want it
Remote
ready
start.
now.
Yeah, right. I want it now. I want it hard, baby. That's all I want. Go ahead.
That's what she said.
I was thinking more of the Veruca salt. I want it and I want it now.
Alrighty then.
2 in a row.
Feel better?
I do.
Okay.
I like it.
I know you do. It
Yeah.
gains so much
Feels
joy
good
from your
around.
buttons.
I'm gonna look a contact high.
Hey man,
Yeah.
Curl's got to get his money's worth. You know?
I digs it. Oh man.
You know what's funny is so fucking the guys doing the wall, man. For fuck's sakes. Every nice day they don't show up. They don't work on the weekend.
It was beautiful
They
yesterday.
get
I
here
was
Looks almost done.
They get here from
looked like that
but
for
they
a while.
started the first week of January, dude. It's supposed to be a 5-hour travel, a 3-hour tour. Fucking it's Gilligan's Island up in this motherfucker, dude.
I pulled up and I thought this is where they were testing the bombs.
No, man, it sucks. And like they had everything to show. Like I moved the Bobcat down the driveway. I'm like, yo, I'll move the key. I'll hide the key. But can I put this shit down in the fuck? Because they split my parking pad with a giant pile of gravel, so nobody could park there. Like if I jacked the truck up, bumped up the air suspension, I might be able to get over it, but I'm not risking it in the new truck. So I'm like, yo, can I move this shit down? So I did, and then I like stashed the garbage cans to the side, and I pulled the van up, and I parked real close to the garbage cans because I'm like not used to having space to get up. I like opened the door the whole way. There's still like 6 inches.
Yeah.
There. I come up and I told my wife, I says, it's so badass.
And here's the thing, it'll give us so much extra space in our room to do activities.
I was like, we'll have so much more space for activities. And she's like, what kind of activities are you doing? I'm like,
Trampoline.
She did not understand that
she did
reference.
not. I don't think she's ever watched that movie. She's not a big Will Ferrell guy.
Well, speaking of
I'm like a 50-50.
speaking of room for activities, so my wife came out to the shop last weekend to help me out
Yeah?
getting stuff done out there, right?
Yeah?
Calm down.
Not that kind of story?
Not that kind of story. No, I had
He was like,
yeah, no, we're not going there.
I had just the tip tacos.
Activities. No, she gets there. She's like, all right, what can I help you do? I'm like, honestly, I got tools over there. I got tools over there. I got tools over there. Like we've tried to organize this and like build like benches to work off of and all that. She goes, okay, I got it. Get out of here. And I was like, what? She's like, you said you got to go to Home Depot. Leave. Fuck it. Deal.
Yes, ma'am.
I come back. She had built a table and like built a table for like all the tools and stuff to sit on. She built a charging station back in the conference room. She organized all the parts bins, all this stuff. I walked in. I'm like, there's so much room for activities because like the whole lounge area is open now. There's just a pile of drywall there where it was everything.
And now you
It
can
sounds like
visualize.
maybe you should be staying home with the kids and she should be working on the shop.
She can get it done, man. And no
That's what I'm
question. but we did get a lot done this weekend before we hit our roadblock yesterday. But we got the closet doors are on now. All the plumbing stuff above the closet's pretty much in place. I have heat in the humidor itself. I just got that. Like, I still can't get the gas company to get me a meter for the rest of it.
Oh, they'll take their time
But I have,
if they're going to do it at all.
yeah, I have actual heat like in the humidor. So my problem's been I have all these cigars. I have them in trash bags in my basement with big Bovedas in them because I'm like, I'm out of room to put cigars.
Right.
So I can't do the putty in the humidor until it's warm enough to do that. You have to maintain at least an average temperature of 50 degrees
Right.
to be able to do that. So I'm like, fuck. So I got the heat on there. It's set to 70. Walked in this morning, still good. Got the split unit going there. Got that one in the conference room done. Got the door on the humidor. So got a lot actually done with it. And then talked to a different plumbing inspector than I did a couple months ago. And all the rules just suddenly changed for the whole county. So now, as opposed to being able to like use certain things and not, he's like, no, everything needs change. I'm like, what do you mean everything needs change? He's like, well,
this is the roadblock.
Yeah, this is the roadblock. I got to the shop yesterday, wired up the split units, turned them on. Once they started working, I looked at Joe and I was like, hey, can you do the test run? He's like, yeah, I'll take care of it. I'm like, cool, I'm fucking leaving. I went to the gym for 4 hours yesterday. I was pissed. I'm like, I'm just going to run until I can't move. I was furious.
And this is the problem with the fact that you bought the building or putting something new in there, all their eyes are on it.
Right.
You know? And I did a lot of the stuff in the lounge before they even freaking noticed.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, eventually we had to answer some questions. But
you know? But like I'm cool with answering questions, but like there's existing toilet there. There's existing sinks there that I'm not changing. That all needs to be updated. I'm like, no. That's not what you told me a fucking year ago.
Yeah.
When we started
the
this
building, they need everything changed.
Like you changed the rules, but like it's a strip mall, bro. I'm renting one unit of a strip mall. Like,
how does that work?
Yeah, and they're like, well, because it's a new use case. I'm like, no, and all that news that would have been annoying, but he was a dick. Like the whole time he was just.
Is that a requirement for the job?
Dude, the main inspector who inspects everything except for the plumbing, he's been great. He's been awesome to deal with. But this guy, he calls me. I answer the phone. He immediately just starts going off on me. And I'm like, oh, what do you want to know? And he's like, well, do you have drawings? Yeah. Well, not just any drawings. They need to be stamped. And I'm like, okay, well, let me pull them up. I'll read you what the stamp says, and you let me know if it's the right stamp or not. If not, I'll get it corrected by the appropriate person.
Right.
Listen, I don't care what you do, but here's how it needs to be. And I'm like, I'm going to pull up the drawing. I'm going to read to you what the stamp says. I must have said that 6 times, and every time he would yell at me about how he doesn't care. And I'm like, well, you fucking told me that's important. You're yelling at me because I need that and it's important. But then when I okay. And just all around, he was an asshole.
I think it's the only thing that's ever important is what's important to him.
Yeah. Well, and that's
that was him. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing the wink.
Well, that's the fun part. I'm debating on how to handle it. And I think the way that I want to handle it is not how I'm going to handle it. I think what I want to do is just
be careful about what you say publicly.
I think I just want to be like an absolute dick about it the whole time. And just like, because like I'll read the code book. I don't have a problem with that. I used to write that shit. I don't mind. I'll read it front to back, memorize it. It'll be a good time. And then, because you work in maintenance in a chemical plant, like you read that kind of documents and safety documents or process all the time.
Probably not.
So you're supposed to. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And then I'll put a premises under recording above the door, which by entering gives authorization to record the person. And I'll just hold my phone every time we have a conversation. And I'll just timestamp every time he tells me something that doesn't match the code in their book. And then I'll just send a bill to him afterwards. Just with I'll have my lawyer send it to him.
Jason Smith and Seth Jones are trying to outcock each other in the chat room. Jason Smith says it's lovely how these people are such cockbags. And then Seth Jones jumps in with fucking cock knockers.
Oh,
a nice good gold cock.
I always like cock gobbler too. Somebody throw that.
He was the main bad guy in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. The cock knocker.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, fucking good movie. I think George Lucas is gonna sue somebody.
Oh no. I was really enjoying this. Okay.
Yeah. Before that though, you missed Jason Smith saying Corey's down in the driveway doing karate, which might be accurate, except for there's no way that I could do a single thing related to karate without just being incapable of movement the next day.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Just bending over.
I mean, wake up. What the hell is wrong with you? It's like, I tried to do a reverse triple kick and I can't feel my something. I don't know. I'd be fucked up. That's all I know. Damn it.
I got punched in the dick by a guy named Cockbacker.
Sorry, to the motherfucking boot.
Smooch them.
Oh,
$15, little man.
Put
that shit in my hand.
If that money doesn't show.
Ooh.
No, nothing.
I'm just enjoying.
Fair enough. Jungle love. Oh. I think I want to know ya.
The only difference between that and us is there's no silent person on this show.
No.
There's no silence.
I mean, my sausage has been quiet.
Chichingo, maybe. Chichingo's back here. Somebody was.
When did I acquire arms?
You like that?
I do. I didn't even notice. My sausage has sprouted arms.
I actually think it's less awkward with the arms.
He can
I
give
know,
himself his own hand job now.
I like it better with that weird clitoral button in the front without the hands.
My wife's hands for holding her phone. She just, where's my hands? Where's my hands?
So what you're saying is you just put your wife's hands on my sausage?
I did.
Okay.
I taped them right on there. Yeah.
Damn.
That's right.
Please don't watch this episode.
I was hoping that she was just going to come down and be like freaked out or just laugh hysterically when she saw it. And I was like, did you get your smokes? And she's like, yeah. I was like, do you see where they were? She's like, yeah, you put my hands on the sausage. I'm like, yeah, fine. She's like, yes, it was very funny. I'm like, God damn it. You don't appreciate me.
It's like trying to make Ben Stein laugh.
That's right.
And that was funny. Ha ha.
Wow.
Ha, ha.
Indeed. Jason Smith jumping on your ass if you don't know Jungle Love. He's assuming you do not.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm a terrible person.
If you want to know Jungle Love, just
He's
deep dive
quoting
into
the
Sam's
movie.
beard.
He's quoting the movie.
Yeah, I could turn it against him. It worked.
You say, you don't know Jungle Love? That shit is Mad Notes, written by God herself and sent down to the greatest band in the world, the motherfucking Time.
To be fair,
fair.
the only part I read was like the first half of a sentence because
You
I
don't
try to
know
keep
Jungle
up with
Love,
the
and then
show.
you stop there.
That's right.
I dig it.
That's all I do. Hey, you're lucky you get that.
And that's why I read the comments. You don't, because I make sure that they get their credit where it's due.
You ain't been on top of that shit today. Here's the thing.
They've
They've actually been way more entertaining than
But
normal.
you're actually watching the comments this time. Normally you don't. It's always minutes between like a comment comes up and I wait and I wait and I wait and I find a place for it. And you're like, you're not on it. I'm like, he just said it. Wait. Yeah, it's not a reactionary thing. It's in text. I can read it in a minute.
He's fucking slacking.
Slack jobs.
Yeah, if you guys want, I can
That'd be
just
a
take
good joint
over.
name too.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, the more Sam, the better. Why not? Oh, he's like, he did not care for that either.
No, actually,
we're going to add that to the list.
Did you ever take you take a drink and inhale at the same time and you get that alcohol hit on the back of your throat?
Oh yeah, you gotta hold the retro, bro.
So like a Kramer from Seinfeld.
It wasn't
the
great.
Bar scene when he's got
Wait,
the
is this
cigarette.
cigarette?
He's drinking the beer. You're used to feeling good all the time.
That's right. Hey, he did not.
I did
He did not
not.
understand that reference. He's not made it through yet. He don't even know who Putty is.
Oh,
Dude, I'm a little behind on the
Joe
Seinfeld
Swanson,
stuff.
essentially.
That's
what we talked
exactly
about.
how he described it.
of course.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
That's his. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Stole my Jesus fish, didn't you?
You painted your chest. Yeah, that's right. Do you always do that?
Sometimes.
It's fucking fantastic.
Why did he paint his chest?
Because of the
I'm curious.
hockey game. Fucking.
Oh,
He goes
so
to the
he
Madison
shirtless.
Square Garden
the
with
issue-
the New Jersey Devil symbol painted on his fucking chest.
He's
Right.
that guy.
The
They
issue
give this
being
old-
that she doesn't want to be with a weirdo chest painter, which is I think shows the difference in the era of the show.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you think that's weird?
Yeah.
Don't they end the episode with Jerry and George have their chest painted too because
they
they
didn't get
lost their tickets and there's like, I could get you some tickets, but you're gonna have to do something for them. And then it cuts to a scene of them and they're there to see the Rangers and they've got New Jersey
Devil.
painted on their fucking chest. That's awesome. Yeah,
I don't
Jersey represent.
I don't know that I ever need to see George Costanza with a shirt off, though. I feel like that would be
It's like me, but
He's shirt off a
hairier.
lot on that.
Really? A few times.
Yeah.
Tasteful is the key word. No.
Let's go tasteful.
tastefully shirtless. I've been to a tasteful topless bar before. It was not that tasty.
I
Kramer
thought it was
talks him into
tasting.
Kramer talks him into taking sexy pictures for his girlfriend or something.
Oh,
And he's like, look, you could get some real strong pecs there, but I can't tell because of your shirt. He's like, should I take it off? It's like, well, it's up to you. But and so he ends up
I love
doing
that
like the
episode.
cat pose on a fucking like a suede
feel it,
sofa
baby,
or something.
feel it. Come on.
you sent that as one in one of our chats the one time. Yeah,
That sounds right.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's on like a therapist chair or something, and he's like, "Yeah." Ugh.
that's the
And now I can see George Costanza with
Yeah,
the shirt off. Thanks for that.
that'll be the image, and we're just gonna put a row for fucking Sam's button.
Yeah,
I'm in for that.
I mean, I feel like we
Maybe even like a
sent it to Weakfish. Haven't put his head on it though.
even like an animation. Yeah.
Like, what's
Golden Grasshopper ain't got nothing on the Silver Costanza.
Silver Costanza? Colby, what up?
Colby Kolb.
Colby K.
Yeah.
Has Colby been to House of Faruza?
I don't know, but every time I try to flick a cigar into an ashtray, I do a little fade and go, Colby.
Kobe.
No shit, dummy. I
Kobe.
changed it for the situation.
I'm pretty sure it's too soon.
You chuckled.
I did a little bit.
He's not alive anymore, huh?
He is.
I do not follow. I do not follow.
No,
freshly.
he's more than fresh.
He's got to
It's
be
been like
relatively
3 years now.
decomposed.
Well, I mean, like, when in terms of a celebrity, it's still fresh.
Yeah, I mean, it's fresh in all of our hearts.
Was it? Wait, how many years ago?
It was
like 3.
It was before
pre-COVID.
Betty. It was before Betty White.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
dude.
COVID was fucking long, man.
Who knew Betty White was
Yeah.
going to last longer than Kobe?
Oh, well, apparently they're going to call an end to the state of emergency soon.
Oh, it's over now.
Yeah,
They
pretty
say
soon.
it's
Yeah,
over.
now it's over.
There we go.
State of depression coming soon.
Oh, that's already over.
Colby,
Always.
yeah, Kobe died in a helicopter crash, as per Jason Smith. And Colby wants to know, for the guest, since she has short hair, can she get a cut before having a cigar?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can have a cigar beforehand or whatever you want to do.
So you're not like Barbier. You will cut women's hair.
Yeah, we do. So here's what we usually tell people. There's barber technique and then there's Cosmo technique. We do not do Cosmo technique.
Yeah, you're
We do
good.
Yeah, we do barber technique. Not that I have to explain it, but for people who are like,
Colby's got a short due.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he'd
yeah.
be all right.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You're not going to have problems with
forward
that. So Kobe died January 26, 2020. So right before COVID.
That's blowing my mind right now.
I know, it's been 3 years.
It feels like
It's been
I
a
was-
while.
yeah. I kind of wish.
Since I
Is it disrespectful to wish there was a video?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
a little bit.
his daughter was with
yeah,
him,
it was
right?
like him and a kid.
I
Yeah,
it was
like
the
everybody-
helicopter crash
there's
is
like
just
6
so
people.
I mean, like
fantastical.
nobody's going to talk about the pilot
Yeah,
though.
no.
Like
Yeah.
Ryan, how's that make you
This is
feel?
the first time you've spoke on the internet before because you're not doing well.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna come out with some fire.
Right.
man.
I have
Yeah.
zero filter, and there's some things that I know better than to fucking say.
I mean-
I'm saying, you know what I mean?
of a helicopter crash in general.
And now for the next barbershop in the news, find out what this young, what do they call those people with the things? Yeah.
Whoa, those people.
Yeah.
Have you talked to the internet?
No, it's okay. What is it? The hipster, the hipster barber has to say.
Sorry, no, I just read Ryan's comment. He said the pilot fucked up. There's a good review of the accident on YouTube.
I don't know.
Why they
good-
review those things?
Yeah.
Well, any flight.
It's just fucking Aussie, man.
Oh,
What?
I feel like the three of us can Aussie man this.
And the Cigar
Oh,
Junkies
Aussie Man,
podcast
Oh,
has been
we can have
canceled.
fun with that. We'll do it as like a side thing. It'll just be for
Yeah.
fun. We'll just play it in your shop for a while.
Yeah,
Put that on the
it's
Just
very
the
select
Tip
audience.
channel. Yeah, I'm good.
Colby said barber technique is much better for her than cosmetology technique. And Jesus Christ, his kid was with him. I hope there isn't a video.
Jason's
That's
just
for
sitting there
Jason.
going, man, maybe I fucking dodged a bullet with this fucking whole Cigar Junkies thing.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm going to stop reading the comments regarding the flight. But Ryan, get him.
Wow. Yeah, it's a little.
Just like, and walking away from that one.
These are our people. I mean, you get what you get. You can't choose family.
I would, you know
Unlike
what? I
Vin
would
Diesel.
always 1,000 times over rather hang out with people without a filter that say shit that even if it bothers me, I would rather hang out with them.
Clearly,
Yeah.
we're doing this over a year now. Like that is
it's
not
well
something you
established.
needed
Yeah.
to state.
I would much rather hang out with that, like with people that don't have a filter, even if I don't agree with them. Just say what's on your fucking mind. This whole, I had a buddy ask me the other day, he's like, hey, I said this when I was out and about, and do you think it was offensive? And I went, do you fucking care? And he's like, well, yeah, I asked. And I'm like, well, that's your problem. Stop. Like, it doesn't affect you. If you didn't feel it was offensive, then it doesn't matter.
Well,
You ever
what's
see
seen-
the
But what's seen as offensive changes like every week.
Oh, yeah.
It's every minute.
anybody can be offended by anything?
Right.
Did you ever see the stand-up comic that does the thing about being offended? He's like, everybody's
one?
offended by everything nowadays. He's like, I feel like he's got an Irish accent or something. It's so fucking good. He's
I
like,
haven't seen that one.
he's like, well, you offend me, motherfucker. Blah 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 blah. He's like, that can't offend you. He's like, it's my haircut can't offend you. He's like, you could be offended, but I don't have to give a fuck or something. It's so good, dude. I'll have to find it and maybe I'll share a link in the
I'm so
in the
amazed.
video.
I'm so amazed that people review accents.
Right. Well, I mean, it is a flight accident, so.
We do it at work all the time. Why did this accident happen?
Well, no, I meant like
Different kind of
on a
review.
YouTube channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about like one of your employees. Like, why did this accident happen?
Yeah, well, no, that should be reviewed.
And that's why we never discussed the name of my employer on this show. Inferences are okay. Just don't say it out loud. It's a good way to make sure that this does not happen. Well, I mean, we could continue doing it, but I'd have to find another job probably. And that'd be bad because that would fuck up my schedule.
It would be like from a street corner, coming to you live from this from 5th and Washington.
That's a different show. We call that one Behind or Below the Belt.
Below the belt.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, I feel like I don't even know if I want to get to more segments yet. Like I'm having a good time. We're doing okay on time here.
Unfortunately, I thought you were pretty close on time.
No, I think we got a good 50 minutes here. Like we don't have to run up right up to the minute or anything, but like we don't have to rush it either.
So I want to kind of call back to, so before the show started, guys, we were having a discussion about James Earl Jones and who was the actor that
David Prowse.
He actually, go ahead. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, he was in the armor. He's in the Darth Vader armor, and he was not aware that they were planning on.
Did I just smoke myself back in time? What the fuck?
Well, no, I said I'm calling back to this because we stopped the conversation to start the show, and I wanted to have the conversation.
I thought we did it. Maybe he just didn't listen to the end. Go ahead.
Well, no, so I thought about it a little bit more, and I'm like, you know what? How awesome of an actor do you think he was? Like, man, I get everything in a single take. Like, damn, I'm good. Every line I nail it first try. Meanwhile, they're sitting there going, we don't fucking care what it sounds like.
Maybe he just had zero experience with movies and he thought, hey, we'll just edit it until it sounds right. You know?
There you go. Here's the even better part. Okay. In episode 9, I'm jumping. Episode 7. 6? 6. 4, 5, 6. Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Darth Vader gets unmasked. That is a third actor. So you don't get to hear his voice. You don't get to hear his voice. Okay. So you can't tell. He could be like lying to everybody. Like fucking his friends are like, yeah, right. That ain't fucking you. That ain't your voice. Get out of here. Fucking Seabiscuit, you know? And then they take the helmet off in the fucking third movie and it's not even his face either. It's a different actor.
I'm lost, bro. Darth Vader has a mask on, and if you take it off, he's not Darth Vader, and I don't give a shit. That's all that matters.
He's just some old
That's
guy.
all that matters to me.
And black people everywhere were like, he's fucking white. That's actually a reference. That's a reference to was the Kevin James TV show.
King of Queens.
Yeah. Because his best friend was like that tall black dude on there. And he was like, man, we get so many role models. For a while we had Darth Vader, then they took the motherfucker's helmet off and he was a fucking pasty white guy inside.
There was a lot of calls at James Earl Jones' house that night, I'm sure. Like, dude, I just got done fucking watching Return of the Jedi. And I think you got some splaining to do. We're in blackface all these years.
Michael Jackson, that shit.
I like that they took the dude, like the ghost image of him, and like on all the ones released after the first 3 released,
they changed it to a fourth dude.
It to Anakin, or the guy that played Anakin.
The just like character that the most people have played.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, fucking David Prowse is like, really? Hayden Christensen gets to be in there, but fucking
that guy.
What the fuck?
He's already been banned from like literally every Lucasfilm thing.
I think he was.
Did he pass away or
was he Chewie too?
No. That was he died recently too.
Some tall motherfuckers on that damn movie. I tell you that.
Yeah,
you should. Behind the behind the scenes thing showing that actor is massive. I cannot remember.
The only costume I would have fit in that whole movie is R2D2 or an Ewok.
You would have done it. You would have been a good R2D2.
They actually used a little person.
At least he's a chrome dome. You know what I mean? Like fucking.
Exactly where I was going to go with it. Like polish it up. Used to it.
Easy Sith Lord transition for you, I think.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
Since they never
got a fucking short man's complex already. You give me the Force, I'm just like this one short joke away from fucking just building a Death Star and fucking everybody. You know?
There's always a guy in the meeting that fucking tests you the way that one admiral did, you know?
Oh yeah,
which is weird, you know, because everybody knows who Darth Vader is, and you're like, yeah, this guy has an anger problem. You're like, yeah, well, I'm gonna tease him a little bit.
I'm gonna pick just a little bit more. Oh yeah, do that.
Yeah,
this battle station is far more powerful than your old religions and silly superstitions and shit.
I mean, he's not wrong. When has anybody ever blown up
a planet is nothing compared to the power of the Force.
Well, that's it. Like, okay, then why didn't one Jedi just walk over and be like, look at that big planet-sized ship. Crunch.
Yeah,
well,
right.
That's great.
See, don't you look stupid now? You know.
And then can we talk about exhaust vents? Like, what the fuck? No,
dude.
I know.
Robot chicken.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just the contractor.
Robot chicken. There's a fucking dude like giving a presentation in some imperial facility, And people are just throwing shit at him. He's like, I know. I'm the guy that designed the Death Star. I left the vent. He was like, do you know how much radiation a fucking a core like that has to put off? The reactor puts off so much radiation. You guys should be fucking sucking my dick for making it as small as
it was only 16 meters wide.
What is it? A womp rat. He's like, you know how hard it was to get it down to the size of a womp rat? How about we talk about the fact that you guys had a battle station the size of a moon and you couldn't protect a 2 meter wide hole? Why is it my fault?
And my Joe and I were talking about the fight scene with Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. And apparently because that's a badass fight scene. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, right?
Oh yeah.
It's only this. It's the same. He was explaining it to me. It's the same couple moves, just taken from different angles. Like they only shot it. They only shot like, I think it's like a minute.
We're gonna ruin this for me.
I know. Well, go back and watch it. Like, and the thing that gives it away, you can tell when they transition, is every time Obi-Wan does this and like does the behind the back block, that's when the sequence starts, and it'll go through, and then he'll do it again. And he'll go through and he'll do it again. So he does it a couple times, and then
that shit's still badass.
Oh yeah,
still.
no, yeah. Oh, and then
Dude, that ain't half of what they do in fucking episode 3 though. Obi-Wan versus Anakin. Do you ever watch the documentaries of these motherfuckers practicing that shit?
Yeah.
It's like I've not worked that hard in my life. These guys are fucking going at it, man.
It's the only thing that you can't fake. You know, you can't CGI that shit.
No.
You can CGI a jump or whatever like that, but
Which
they have
is-
to move their hands.
Which is the reason the first one was so fucking lame, is because
they CGI
fucking
everything
he was
they could.
old as fuck. It was like
Well, I think they had a different idea. You know, it was like Jedi
Yeah.
Knights have to swing knight swords. It has to be heavy. You know, and I think they probably figured it like nobody's gonna watch another.
yeah, it has
lightsaber
nothing
fights.
to do with the fact that motherfucker was old.
Alec Guinness.
Alec
Yeah.
Guinness was like, you want me to do what now?
And you know,
He's like, I could give you this.
it literally does this.
So I guess the reason that like
Doing your
that,
private time.
that recently got brought up that's how they did that was like repeating the scene was
No,
in
no.
the Obi-Wan series. They have him do that same move just as like a hey, like
Harken
to
back.
connect the show back to the movie kind of thing.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a nice little gimme there.
Did you watch that series?
Yeah.
That series, fucking cool shit happened. It was like if you're following
Dude, when he
the
grabbed
story,
the ship, it was like boom. I'm like, oh fuck.
yeah. So like if you're following the story, it's very Star Wars. It's like a lot of really cool, pretty shit, and like some shit that just did not make any sense at all. But 12-year-old Corey was fucking tenting in the pants, dude. That shit was fucking awesome.
I love when he takes her saber and throws it back to her. You know, like here, fight me. You know,
Yeah,
with
go for
the
it.
third sister or whatever her name is. Yeah, I loved it.
Oh yeah,
No,
your
I-
sister.
I love like all the different talks about
Your
like, how
sister.
powerful Vader is, how powerful he is, because he is. I mean, absolute. But like, I don't think anything in any of the movies captured it as well as him grabbing the ship in the show and just be like, no,
Wow, yeah,
Or the Rock. You know,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan throws the rock at him. He's like,
yeah, mine.
Well,
That's
in all
yeah.
fairness, before that, they did have one scene that came close, and that was at the end of Rogue One, where he comes through the hallway and fucks shit up.
yeah. What
You
you
know,
think
it's
about
Oh
it?
yeah.
He's just fucking like slamming dudes into the
Well,
ceiling and shit.
Think about it this way: when have you ever seen Vader in the original trilogy kill anybody outside of?
You're right. You just
Ship
saw
to ship.
the sword and the smoke at the beginning of the first or
that's
fourth
Pretty
one.
sure he killed one of them Imperial dudes.
Yeah,
Well, he choked the one guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Although
mean, he just choked one guy.
so back,
Well, I
think
meant the
it's-
rebel guy.
I think
Yeah.
that's Robot Chickens. You ever see that one of the Force choke? But it was like fucking okay. Like it's like day one of the Imperial Academy. He's like, all right, here's the thing, dude. This dude Darth Vader. He thinks he could choke us with his mind. He can't. But if he knew that, he'd kill us with his fucking lightsaber. So you just pretend, and then you fucking fall down, and then grow
drag
a
you off,
mustache and
yeah.
come back next week as just a different dude.
They did.
Pretty much all of the robot chicken Star Wars shit is gold.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
What?
Gold.
He said it's gold.
I was,
And you
putting
just
my
left
sword
like
down.
of all the buttons.
That's gold, Jerry. Gold.
Right. I was like, you have to.
You realize I'm like 50% listening.
I know.
To everything.
And then not what the new bad guy from the newest movies.
Let's not.
What's his name?
What? Star Wars?
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
So they did like
I tried to forget.
an SNL thing or some Comedy Central thing, and it's him, but he's undercover boss.
Oh yeah,
And
that was hilarious.
But like, did you see those?
Oh yeah,
Dude, I'm laughing. He's like, no, I heard he's like absolutely jacked and he's ripped. And everybody's like, that's Kylo Ren right there. Like, we know that's him.
I was in the shower and I saw Kylo Ren showering off, and he had like an 8-pack. He was ripped.
Yeah. He was ripped.
Hey, we're turning Hoffman into a fucking Star Wars nerd over here, man.
I've always liked it. I can't. There's too many fucking random names and planets. And like, if you're going to be a Star Wars nerd, you got to remember that stuff. And I ain't got time for that.
That's true. You get picked apart.
I love the movies. I love the shows.
Dude,
I do enjoy it.
Go on Wikipedia. That's just
Wikipedia?
Wikipedia. That shit was around a long time ago, like fucking in the 90s or 2000s. They started that. But since I did that transition there, which was very, very smooth, fucking hit up our friend's website, wikicigar.com. Our good buddy, friend of the show, Steve Newman, has been painstakingly creating a entire pedia of cigar stuff.
Yeah.
And we're on there. Like, there's like one sentence or something.
Yeah. He's like,
That's
hey,
epic.
He's like, oh yeah, I'll get the Junkies one started for you. You guys just got to write what goes in it. We're like, okay, cool. It's been like that for a while.
One sentence.
Yeah.
These guys are cool.
You know what? This is going to be what's fun, because Sam and I hit the button to stop the show. That's pretty much all the thought that we give the show until the next Friday.
Pretty much.
Until like 15 minutes beforehand. So I'm going to commission fucking Seth Jones to get in there, because Seth Jones is a real junkie.
No, it's a wiki. Commission everybody.
No, but
everybody go right.
Everybody do it. But I believe Seth Jones is the one that will follow through.
But no, I want everybody except for Seth to write the complete opposite of how you feel about it. Like, everything that you say, make it completely backwards.
Because
here's
might be the thing, we might be just
That's why I'm asking for that.
I was gonna say, we might be just as surprised as the stuff they do, right? Yeah.
We're like, oh, do we do that for real? I didn't even know.
I'm just gonna assume they really meant that.
Oh, fantastic! What are you doing?
I was reading a thing trying to interpret. It's a different kind of nerdum. I choose not to acknowledge.
I don't know what
that
that is.
I don't either. That's why I'm not acknowledging it.
What's a 40K nerd?
Oh, we've got a multi-nerd.
I never played it.
Multi-nerd. Ding, 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 ding.
Well, it's a tabletop game that became a video game series. Warhammer 40K.
Oh, well, you didn't put the W or the H in there. Oh, no.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Warhammer's a thing. Fucking Jason 3D prints fucking terrain boards for his shit. Yeah. All I care about is he makes a rifle rack for fucking inside my RAM box. That sounded like a lot of fucking innuendo.
Inside my RAM box.
Put your rifle rack in my RAM box.
That's what it's like to drive a Dodge truck.
Jeez.
Oh, I could have done that.
Wait.
Done what?
Truck gang.
Go ahead, do it. I want to hear it.
No, you suck.
I do.
You're not a cricket, bro.
That's kind of hard to do.
Yeah. That's why I have one of
I
these.
had a good one. It sounds different.
Yeah. Way more gooder.
I don't want like the water in the background.
I don't have the water in the background.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That's how that got put on there to begin with. It's him being like, do it. I'm not a fucking cricket, bro.
You are now.
You're an official cricket.
Yeah. Who the hell's Corey Feeney?
I don't know. But apparently he thinks I look very handsome and sexy. And I'm taking it that way.
I believe he meant me. That is my other barber.
It's a big negative there, buddy. That would be me. I'm Sam.
I was going to say maybe fucking Britt created another Facebook profile.
30.
I was Sam first. It's for me.
I was trying to figure out how old you were. I was like 35.
See, this is the first Sam. This is Sam perfected.
This is
the one they did right.
The upgrade.
Fucking.
We always have my wife is a musician. I am as well. And
we did not know this. Please do go on.
Well, it's not going to be like she wasn't a shredder or anything like that. She plays oboe.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
I'm imagining
one more time.
Oboe.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah, it's got like the hard metal tube going down to the big wood part to the thing. Yeah, I know what it is. I actually do, but I'm just like, how the fuck do you describe it?
That's a good point. That was a heavy bird.
That's a tough one to like.
I imagine you
it.
play like the 3-string banjo.
I feel like he's a steel guitar guy.
Sam is a saxophone name.
Oh,
come on now.
You and Jason Smith need to hang out.
Kenny G up in this motherfucker.
Jason Smith is he knows about your all your K's and your hammers, and he plays the saxophone as well.
The hammers. We can play Warhammer and then play some saxophone.
That's right.
And then run off together.
Or you like
have
one
like
of you can play
processions for your dead hammers and shit.
And fucking Seth getting here technically. He's like, oh, it's a double reed wind instrument.
Okay, it took the wind right out of my sails.
Hey,
there.
guess what? We have Google too.
I know, he nailed it. He's like, okay, fine.
It's
trying to keep
basically
shit
a clarinet
organic.
with a double reed.
Right. Fantastic.
Yeah. Anyways,
they're bigger though too, aren't they? They're a bit long.
no, you're thinking of a bassoon.
The bassoon's the huge one. Yeah.
Jesus. Seth Jones is a saxophonist as well.
Oh,
Let's go.
What's with all these
Seth, you're my boy.
saxophoners?
I don't
Because you
know.
got Jason, him, and him. Like,
You guys should get together and just be like, you like sax? I like sax.
oh, you guys
should,
want to have
like-
sax together?
Let's
sax it alone in an empty room.
Let's start a sax club with a hidden door.
It'll be the little one in the. Maybe that's what's behind the door, and he was lying. Oh yeah, it's a storage room.
Hey,
Storage
somebody out there with hair, get an appointment at House of Feruza, and whenever you sit down in the chair and he's about to, he says, "What do you want?" Just whisper, "I want the sax job." See what happens. Let us know.
Can you
Put it on our wiki page.
How much to have you serenade us with sax while we get our haircut by Corey?
I don't. I mean,
The other
other
girl was like,
place.
"You do not want
do that for
this."
free.
He's like, fucking all day.
Free haircuts, free haircuts.
Closest I ever got to playing an instrument was the freaking harmonica.
So you've heard this before, but I want to say it on the air. One of the moments that was like the cool moment of doing this podcast outside of this room was like whenever I called up and was like, "Hey man, can I get an appointment?" Or no, I saw him in person. I was like, "Yo man, like I'd like to get my son in here for a haircut." He's like, "Yeah, we could hook it up." I said, "I tried one time, but like they were like, yeah, we're 2 weeks out and shit. Like apparently they need people to be members of the cigar club, but the fucking the barber part doing just fine. Them motherfuckers are booked."
Good for
And
you.
he was like, "Oh, you should have just told him who you are." And I looked him dead in the eyes and I said, "Who am I?"
PD Pop motherfucker.
I was like, "All right, my life
Mr.
means
Stereo
something.
Girl.
Fucking, I've got status. I don't have to wait for haircuts."
Well, I told you that's
not a very good benefit for somebody like me.
It's all
but
just in an effort to avoid bad reviews, pretty much.
I had like
so those three people are going to hear about our shit and be like, "I ain't going there."
well, you felt like I did in Vegas. Because
Yes,
dude,
very
I get to
much.
Vegas and I'm a PCA and I'm like, all right, for the first day I'll rock the junkie shirt and then I gotta, the rest of it I'll wear the just the tip costume basically.
Yeah.
And
A costume it is.
a bunch of people were like, "Oh, hey, you guys are the junkies," and I'm like, "Wait, you fucking people listen to this?"
It's like we've been
There's
around for
people out
like
there that
3
know.
months.
You know what I thought was really funny? When I brought it up,
Are you from Pittsburgh?
he looked at me and he was like, "Oh, you watched the show?" Like it was surprised.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Oh,
yeah.
Well, here's the thing, man. Like, you were like, "Oh yeah, I was watching it the other day," and I'm thinking, well, we know a lot of the same fucking people.
I never chatted.
I'm friends with like fucking 10 people that are members at your place, so I just assumed it's like, oh no, yeah, someone told I mean, Dave's the sponsor of our show,
Dave, Dougie
is
Dog,
at this
Evan,
event,
one of
right?
them,
yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, somebody was like, "Hey, man, that guy does the podcast," and he's like, "Oh, okay." But he's like, "Yeah, I was watching that shit." I was like, "Wow, fucking like organic and shit, cool."
you're one of the 7 people that regularly
That's
watches the YouTube videos. we do pretty good on Spotify.
we
and
have
all that
22 subscribers. Damn it!
stuff. I know, but like on YouTube, it's just like nothing all the time. It's like
Here's what I want to
but I see
know.
these little numbers.
It's 8 actually.
Is it?
Yeah, because I always go, how come we have 22 subscribers but only 8 people watch the show? Your mom, my mom, my
a
dad.
lot of people that care
We're not gonna
about
go
you
there.
but don't want to watch.
They don't care that much.
They're like, yeah, all right, fucking.
Yeah, they did it on YouTube now. Son of a
Oh
bitch.
yeah.
Nah, that's over at the shop, which I imagine is going to be very similar at yours.
Which is another reason we haven't advertised yet, because we don't know how that's going to work out.
Well, no. So now that I realize where he is, there's a shop between us too. So we're good. That between your shop and my shop,
Is that the qualifier?
right next to
It's
Trolley
like,
Stop In. Did you see that vape shop that they put there?
like we're not direct
Oh.
competitors.
He
Selling
actually-
cigars.
Yeah, he put like a 12 by 12 walk-in humidor in there.
We'll take him.
I was over at Choice the other day. They had fucking an entire wall
Yeah.
of cigars. And I'm like, and we're talking like nicer cabinet humidors than I have.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
I hear he doesn't
Stop
even
shopping.
keep his cigars in his Subaru.
Yeah, is that what you heard?
That's the key to success.
But
Rapid
rapid.
aging.
He does humidify his cigars with dog urine. Just gonna get that out of the way right now.
I think the
case you were
cigar
thinking
community would be very open to that if it improved the taste. They would be open to anything. As long as they're like, I really like this.
You know, I'm not getting as much ammonia from it. It was a cockapoo. It was definitely a cockapoo.
Are you sure? Talk about
and then they would argue over the breed of the dog. Like that's the best part. People would get online. It would be like a forum of like, which dog piss do you think that Aganorsa used this week?
Right. And if you answer wrong, just remember they watch the show.
Pete Johnson only uses the best, most organic dog piss in his.
What the fuck? Summer sausage wiener dog.
Seth Jones said sax threesome. I mean trio. Jason said I'm on it. I'll record.
Is there any difference? Is there a threesome and a trio? When it
that is a video I do not want to watch.
Making sweet music.
I'm just glad that it's something that's 3 and I'm not involved for a change. Like triplets. There's 3 dogs, 3 houses.
The best part of this episode is there's like 3 people involved in the conversation that are like more cringy than me right now.
Oh God, you're right.
I know. It's like a fucking momentous occasion.
The scary part is he's 2 of them. He's that bad.
He is 2 of them.
Baby. I came ready to fire.
Fucking. All right, let's talk about the events of the week. Starting off with the big one, Saturday, February 11th. Sam Hoffman is a piece of shit that won't attend, but I will.
Whoa. I'm going to a daddy-daughter dance. Okay?
Oh, no, yeah. You know what?
So
free pass.
I'm not a piece of shit on that one.
2 episodes.
Yeah. He's going to have a little girl dancing on his shoes and shit. So he's okay.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it because I have 2 5-year-old daughters. So like,
I'll have to find
each foot. Yeah.
I'll have to find a different reason for you to be a piece of shit. I don't think it'll be
difficult.
too hard. Shouldn't take too much time. Saturday, February 11th, otherwise known as tomorrow, Leaning House Fine Cigars presents the 2nd annual Valentine's Dinner Show and Smoker event at the Polish Club, 935 Heron Avenue in Bloomfield. Doors open at 6 with dinner being served at 7 and live music by the Smokin' Blues at 8. Nothing will get your partner's motor running like food, cigars, and live music. If you come out, make sure to stop by and say, "What's up?" to me and my Valentine. And no Goldsy, it's not Sam this time. Also, Saturday, February 11th. I just decided to embrace it.
I like it.
I couldn't believe I did the back end.
You were able to save it.
Dirty Dog Cigar Shop. You have the Black and Valentine event with Drew Estate. It's that time of year again. That burning sensation, the warm, fuzzy feeling that's been making you uncomfortable for far too long. It's gonorrhea, the noisy killer. You know exactly what's happening. It's VD with the DE. VD, is it not venereal disease?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys might want to change. It's a little late.
No.
Come celebrate your love of Drew Estate by grabbing some new blackened. I gave you guys the room there. You appreciate that? Blackened M81s to get that charred heart of yours pumping this Valentine's Day. I'll back it up for about 10%.
Fucking beautiful. No, I'm loving it. It was fucking perfect.
Woo! Thursday, February 16th, Drew Estate Blackened event, feeling deja vu at Superior Smoke Shops in Natrona. Come join Tom Klebe of Drew Estate as he tolls the bell on the new Drew Estate Blackened cigar.
Ding dong.
The Blackened is a collaboration between Drew, Bland, whoever the fuck that is, James Hetfield. I think I say that every week.
Name for
James Hetfield of Metallica and Blackened Whiskey. Come out for great deals, swag, raffles, and a great party. Come early, stay late, smoke your tail off with Drew Estate. What you got?
I'm just stuck on the coming early part. I always do that. So thing.
It's just.
Is there another way to do it?
I mean, peekaboo. That's done.
The key for me is just to hurry up and rub one out like 5 minutes beforehand. Yeah. Hey, aren't you proud of me though? Because I've been reading this fucking listing for like fucking a month.
And you haven't changed that Bland James.
No. I didn't change that. But the one for our sponsor, the Leaning House, I did change. Okay. Because it used to just say like Leaning House Fine Cigars 2nd annual dinner. It was
second
like, wait, what?
Annual dinner.
I don't even think it said annual. I think it just said 2nd dinner.
That's right. And I'm
like, that's like a Hobbit thing, right? Fucking 2nd dinner.
Secondsies. What about haters? Stupid hobbits. Stupid hobbits. But the hobbits is a friend. You don't have any friends.
That's where really the show should just be as us impersonating nerd shit.
There would be nothing for me to do.
What do you got? I love this game.
Oh, I mean, I was just saying it. I mean, I don't have
if you're gonna fucking bring it up, you gotta back it up with something.
Go for Papa Palpatine.
Huh?
Go for Papa Palpatine? No?
Papa Palpatine?
Robot chicken too?
Papa Palpatine.
Fucking Emperor.
Go for Palpatine.
He's like, Oh yeah, no.
Papa Phelps.
Oh no, what is it? Would you like to accept a collect call from Darth Vader? Like, oh yeah, I'll accept. He's like, whoa, slow down. What do you mean? What do you mean the Death Star's destroyed? By who? A bunch of teenagers? What the hell is an aluminum falcon?
Aluminum falcon.
Yeah, we just build another one. Wait, leave me alone, jackhole.
You got an ATM on that light bright of yours? That torso light bright? It's like, hold on. I'm getting another call. What? Oh, well, where are you going? Just get me in the turkey club. Oh, what are you getting? Well, that sounds good. I always get the wrong thing. No. Just stick with the first thing. What? Oh, cherry Coke. Hold on. All right, I'm back. No. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. I'm just pissed off. A bunch of teenagers.
How many fucking times have you seen this?
Yeah, honestly, I've seen it like maybe once or twice. This is going on.
So come on home and we'll take care of you. He's like, wait, where are you? Wait, you've been floating around in space for 3 weeks trying to get service. You must smell like feet wrapped in rubbery burnt bacon. What the fuck?
He literally got every word right.
He's like, oh, well, fuck you. What is it? He starts bitching at him. He's like, oh, fuck you, or I'll tell everybody what a whiny bitch you were whenever you killed Padawane or Padme Bear or whatever the hell her name was. He's like, oh, he's crying. No, it's okay. Come on, come home.
I love you too.
I love you too. That's fucking great.
It is.
Everybody watching this right now is like, why are we just not fucking watching Robot Chicken on YouTube?
Yeah, we're making an excellent commercial.
If you made it this far, we apologize.
Hey, we got the nerds with us today. They're good.
I see that.
Although Ryan Seneca has been noticeably absent for a while.
Yeah.
Not a Star Wars nerd.
Wait, is my car still out there?
Yeah. Cut a little hole in
my only true threat. And he went dark.
Hoping to find the key to the Bobcat. You'd be in trouble.
Hopefully he did.
Are you allowed to drive that thing?
Technically, I don't know. I did ask him if I could move it after I moved it once.
Nice.
I was like, can we get this fucking piece of shit out of my way? It's blocking the whole fucking access to the garage and shit. He's like, well, you could try, but it was almost out of gas. I barely got it where it was. And I'm like, done. I already moved it.
Ryan said, car is there, can't speak on the cigars. And Jonesy said the plan is coming to fruition. I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, we're smoking cigars and everything. It's perfect. I don't want a plan comes together. How do you talk with each in here?
So, you want to get any last plugs out there?
Yeah.
Come
Not
on,
hair
man.
plugs, hair barber.
This may be, until you allow cigarette smoking, this may be your one opportunity to get some advertising through the Cigar Junkies podcast.
If I may shamelessly plug.
Unless you have cigarette passes. Do you have cigarette passes?
Well, it depends on how much money you have.
How about listeners? Does that count?
Oh shit!
Because I got like 35 cents.
Wrong currency.
It's the only thing I have.
So I think we've been talking for a little. I thought you understood.
How do you feel about touching my sausage?
Bring it over. All right. I will be performing a shameless plug.
Do it.
It's not shameless when we invite you to.
No, I've done enough shameful things. I'm just going to add it onto this.
Yeah, we're not. That's why we started the show late, so they didn't hear that part. Go ahead.
The second annual Luck of the Irish Poker Tournament at the House of Faruza will be on March 11th, 2023 at 5 p.m. There is a limit on how many people can play poker. There's 20.
How many words I can read per minute.
A lot of people can play poker. It's not. There's no limit on how many can.
Yeah, well, how many can? No. There's a space for 20 people to play poker. There will be prizes, and then there will be a cash game after. Super fun. Last year it was awesome. All right. Ticket includes food, drink, cigar, and $100 in chips. $80 a ticket. RSVP only. Please reach out to House of Faruza 412-835-2860 or message us on our Facebook.
Nice. Do you need to be a member?
You do not need to be a member to attend.
But if you want to be, what's the process there?
We have an application that you fill out, and then you meet with our manager, and you're in.
You have a manager?
Well, I do have a manager.
So why are you always sweating that shit? Isn't that what you pay him for?
Yeah, that's a great point.
I bet you it's one he's made.
He's going on a 10-day vacation here very shortly. So you see how well things are going. No, I'm kidding.
I can substitute. First rule: cigarette smoking okay.
Just for 10 days until he gets back.
For blonde women between the height of 5'10" and a half and 5'11" and a half.
There you go.
I'm impressed you know exactly how tall she is.
Bro, I don't. That's why I gave her range.
With height.
She's shrinking.
Don't know why.
Short man.
As am I, but we're shrinking at the same rate, which is okay.
It's good. So
She used to be 5'11". I used to be 5'6".
she doesn't
Aren't you
care.
a
As
little
long as she
young
can,
for that?
as long as she can still do this on your head and walk around, she's happy.
He's a wee little guy. I love him anyways.
So I will say this: you don't need to be a sponsor to get events on here. Just shoot us the events. We'll
That
put
is
events
accurate.
on here.
Yeah, that is accurate.
So anytime you have an event, let us know. We'll talk about it on the
I
show.
shall.
That is on the house, not the house of
Make the house your home.
Not that house either.
Oh,
Well, as
there's
Dave,
too many houses, too many Sams.
We
That'd be a good name for
by
the
way.
episode.
By
Too
the
many
way,
houses and too many Sams.
we have our little member bulletin that we throw
Oh.
out. Same thing goes for the cigar junkies and for Dave. If you're watching, we will gladly advertise your shit.
That voice kind of threw me there. I didn't know where we were going.
So are you going to the Valentine's party tomorrow? I know that many of your members are going to be attending.
I haven't decided yet.
What the
fucking
fuck?
Some day of work for me.
And that's the end of his mic.
He's done.
Turn his
His
shit
game
down.
over.
That's the last
Game.
time we'll have two Sams in one place.
Because it's just enough wrongness in one place.
Every time you've mentioned Barbary, because you've used that term a couple times, mostly towards the beginning of the episode, all I can picture is that scene from 300. It's barbarism.
Oh, he says more like Burberry. And I'm thinking, the
Bourbon?
Burberries taste like Burberries.
Dude, I love hearing my kids say that the schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Like, there's a couple lines that my kids use.
Where'd you find schnozberries? Stay out of the schnozberries.
Stay in the Strasbourg drawer.
Yo, if I had a vape shop, I would call flavor schnozberry.
Schnozberry
Oh, I'm
Hell
pretty
yeah.
sure there's got to be one.
Yeah, that's true.
ideas.
They have. That wasn't even words.
No, I get. Jason said he believes him and the wife will be able to attend, but he's just
There
not
you
sure which
go.
wife it's going to be, his or somebody else's.
Doesn't matter.
It's fine.
Say wife.
We
It's
love
a-
you, Jen.
It's a judgment-free zone that everybody will judge you in.
It happens. Chances are you'll win some shit at the raffle.
Ooh.
Although maybe not as good as last year's odds.
You never want to. You never want to promise that.
No,
Our whole
dude, last year I walked up and I was like, "Look, if you draw my name, just draw another one. Like I don't want anything else."
Right.
And they kind of looked at me and they're like, "Yeah."
There was like 15 things. Our table won 14 of them.
yeah, it was
Like ridiculous.
it was
And
a
this,
lot.
but this year, there's supposed to be some fantastical tequila basket. So I feel like competition's going to be a little
I
stiffer.
mean, how many tables were there?
a lot
20?
because it wasn't by the table.
Every time
was
I
by
do
the
this kind of
person.
shit, I never win. Never
Oh.
ever. I never win anything.
So what you have to do to start it off, like if you want the luck to begin, you have to run up to the band, turn around, and do the chubby hubby.
Yeah,
If
that-
you chubby hubby,
Yes,
your luck just kind of.
it does. It helps.
yeah,
It
there's
helps.
gonna
And
be
then,
a lot of guys up there doing that. I'm sure.
I mean,
And you'll get some beads, maybe.
yeah, and there's a good chance if your wife brings the oboe, they'll let her go on stage and rock out a little bit.
However, full disclosure, watch out for Patty.
Yeah.
She bites.
Yes.
Spider, grab her.
Oh yeah,
All of the above.
Yeah, she does them all. She'll cover you with little piggy toys. It's a whole thing.
You're laughing. We're not joking.
No, we've
Like nothing
Maybe
he
just
said there was
once,
funny.
or
Like-
she does it every time.
She's probably doing
Yo,
it
just
at Leaning
you
House
gotta
right
come
now.
tomorrow. She's filling up her fucking her little satchel of fucking piggies right now. I
No,
promise you.
no, they're at Leaning House. They brought the mobile bar to Leaning House. They brought the
They
mobile
take the
humidor.
mobile bar everywhere. It's
I'm
called
just
their
t-
minivan.
What I'm saying, but they brought it all in. They're all set up there. They're having a party right now.
Someday they should just let them back up to the fucking entry door and just
I
open
feel like
up.
just give them a fucking locker at this
Do you
point.
feel like there's got to be like some tiger print shit going on in the back of that van, a
Bro,
disco
bro.
ball, some black lights
Bro, there's certain things
that you never want to turn on?
Definitely not.
Don't
black
turn on
lights
the
in
black
there.
lights. No.
Like
So you got Jackson Pollock
Wow.
saying,
You turn that shit on while you're driving, you're gonna fucking. It's like
you guys did a great job with like the invisible ink. Like it's a real Jackson Pollock. We turn it off and not when you turn it when anything's on.
wow, you guys.
Yeah,
what do you call this? It's the Milky Way.
Too far. Too far.
There's a line. I don't know where it is, but it's
Patty's gonna walk up to you tomorrow and just lean in your ear and go, "I hear you're Sam. How'd you like to see the Milky Way?"
When did it become a purr?
Yeah, it's not a roll. I'm not Spanish.
He's not Sam. He's
come on.
It's a cigar show. All the R's get.
Yeah, right. Except for when you're reading the fucking notes.
And he enunciates the G's like it's not a G. It's not Angela.
I'm sorry. Would you like to read something else?
He would have. Did you hear him? He's got like an actual speaking voice. I mean, it's not like you're talking to me.
Yeah, like 3-second intervals between words.
I'm on here and I'm like,
that's my tactic.
And on February 11. At Leaning House Fine Cigars will be presenting the second annual Valentinian dinner. Oh, sorry, hold on. Valentine. Valentine.
That word is
I'm gonna go up to my wife and be like, "I'm your Valentinian."
Oh, look, he's a cute little pocket-sized friend.
Rule number 1 of the Cigar Junkies is Sam is not allowed to read the bottles.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things.
That's to the end. No, yeah, 100%. It's fucking terrible. It is really bad. I can still fucking hear him. That's terrible. Let's just go with, we could fucking put it down and play like some good shit.
Mighty Duckman, I swear to God, I was there. I was like,
Dougie Doug.
Yeah. Oh, he come in just in time.
Just in time to hear that Sam is going to join you tomorrow night.
I'm on
in bed.
I'm on the.
That's
I'm on camera having.
I thought you were doing third person shit.
No, bro.
There's too many Sams.
Sam don't do that.
Sam squared.
Sam don't do that.
Or square Sams.
I'm not Shaq.
I was going to come here tonight.
Oh, Shaq know these things. Shaq ain't dumb.
And the Sams are multiplying, and I wouldn't call that a good thing. Let's go ahead and welcome our new members to the group. We've got Tammy Barnwell.
Hello, Tammy.
Better than Tammy Barnbad. Karen Berger.
Pick your burger as well.
Heath Tex Davis. Nothing? No? Fucking ruined it. Mike Barone. Big Jim's Blogcast Live. Arizona Jim. Got some fucking not normal names.
Okay, this is
Juan Mendez. Cigars.
Juan Mendez.
Malay Roger Frank. Jason Smith. I know that fucker.
Roger
Troy
Frank.
Harper. Christopher John Weigenstein. John P. McCartan Jr. Nicholas Hams. Big Fella Cigar Company and Mobile Lounge.
That's pretty cool.
Greg Perry.
Yeah.
Mohsen Osif. Fonard Hans Bouge. What the
This
fuck?
is why I don't read it.
John Eby.
Johnny
Cigar Suppliers.
Johnny be good.
And I'm just going to note that many of these members may have already been removed in the constant war against spammers.
I can probably pick a couple out.
Which leads us to the participation trophy of the week, or as we call it, the Golden Grasshopper. And that goes to Kyle James Gray for his support in the struggle, because he's been reporting the spam.
Yes.
And that's what we appreciate about him.
I'm going to support him getting the participation trophy. But if we had an actual first place trophy, like an actual effort award this week, it'd be to that Troy Harper. That dude shared 8,000 of our things all over the internet in the last week. Anything that we've put out.
That if you'd participate in this selection
every Friday, you call me and be like, "Hey, you got anything for the participation trophy?" And I always go, "No." This week, I fucking thought about it. Damn, this guy's like,
so why don't you say it?
Say
you
what?
I didn't have to ask for you to answer,
dude. I don't hang on to thoughts very long. I can recall them, but you gotta spawn that.
That
shit.
is a strong characteristic that you might be talking to a cigar junkie. Can't remember shit. Can't remember what you said. Don't remember what you were gonna say. You might be a cigar junkie
or AD.
AD.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. Is fucking no offense to you. You're very much, your mind is on other things.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so I've even been trying to take on more of this show, which is
put the energy
ridiculous.
forward to give him that to take on.
That's the thing, man. We're this far away from it just being the fucking Corey show, and nobody wants that. You can ask our listeners. I can promise.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We are this far away. All I'm trying to do is help the guy out, and I still catch fucking shit for it. It's like, hey, you didn't ask me that thing I never have an answer for. What the fuck?
That's why I'm getting so much joy from this. Like, I am cool with it.
I'm not even bothered. It's just fun to give you shit, man. Like, fucking, what else am I gonna do?
No,
fill the time.
But you like with that Kyle, that was spot on. That guy report because we keep getting the obituaries now.
Dude's got a good looking picture too, man. Like fucking that guy looked like he just came out of House of Fallujah. His hair's all did up and shit.
Ching. I don't actually look at their pictures.
I mean, it comes up. It's just all I get on the notification is like the little circular headshot.
Bro, I look at the words and I scroll through real fast. I look at words. That one's important. I click on it. Like, so and so reported something. Okay, that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't get that many notifications.
I get too many because I got all the different pages and stuff. So
that's the thing is like I don't fucking switch back and forth. It's like you've got 572 notifications in the Cigar Junkies. I'm like, yeah, but I'd have to click to the other profile to fucking read that shit. It's just gonna be like fucking Jason Smith was talking about fucking doing karate on Warhammer and something stupid, you know.
It sounds like your dad talking about all the stuff that you're interested in, you know. Like,
very much so. It's like I don't understand it, so I'm just gonna shit talk it on the internets.
40K that Warhammer. You and your kids in the basement.
Back in my day, we'd just go in the basement and beat our dicks. Damn it, this is bullshit.
We still do that. You don't want me to turn the black light on in here? I'll tell you.
You should see what's behind the little door. What Grandpa used to use the storage room for.
Is this chair new?
If any of your stuff sticks to the table, I just apologize in advance.
Damn, all these chairs in this barbershop are super. Do you armor all these chairs?
You wonder why they're so squeaky?
Oh, yeah.
High protein, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Them chairs are
good for your
always
skin.
clean.
So what are your final thoughts on the cigar of the week that the people can't get unless they already have it?
It was yummy.
Nah, you can find it.
However, you've got to pay $45 a month to House of Fallujah.
Exactly. No, you can actually, by the way, if you're not a member, you can still come into our lounge.
Man, there's a bad sales tactic right there.
Yeah. Missed that one.
No, you must have a membership. No, during barbershop hours, you come in. We have a $15 cover, and everything in there is complimentary. And it's good for all day.
Everything.
Yeah, except for other people's shit.
Well, I mean, fucking not the cigars.
I mean, that's where I'm shopping then.
No, not the cigars, but all our beer,
that's
water,
important
pop.
to note on a cigar podcast.
I feel like it was kind of a given, though.
Some motherfuckers on Yelp like, I paid $15. They ain't give me no cigars. What the fuck?
I didn't walk out with a bag full of cigars.
Does the cost of the cigar apply towards your $15? These are questions people are actually going to ask.
Seth Jones has the blueprint rolled out on his fucking little desk at home, and he's writing a house for $15. How many boxes of cigars can I fit in the boss's fucking Ford Windstar?
No, because I've seen this argument about other places before, but like if somebody comes in and they buy $150 in cigars off you, are you still going to charge them $15? Don't answer. Seriously. I was going to say, like, this is a commonly discussed question on some of the groups. So like,
until you get $15 of profit, I say, fuck them.
Haven't yet.
Still waiting. Black Friday will come someday. It ain't this Friday.
How many decades we've been open? We're almost there.
All right, so I got to follow through. Are you far enough in to see Kramer and Newman try to do the bottle deposit return scam where they load up the mail truck?
Like you're just watching it for the first time.
He's never watched any Seinfeld. So I like,
but I made it through like 2 or 3 seasons, and then I was like, okay, I got to take a break. Like that was a lot real fast.
Fucking Newman one day is reading the back of the pop bottle, and he's like, oh, fucking 5-cent return deposit for the fucking bottle if you take it back in. And he's like, what is this? He's like, why would I pay 5 cents to recycle it? He's like, no, you dumbass. They pay you 5 cents. And he's like, oh shit, we're sitting on a gold mine. He's like, fucking, we could go over to whatever this state was. He's like, 15 cents there. He's like, we could take them all over. And
I don't know. I remember
and Kramer's like, oh no, it doesn't work. I ran the numbers. You blow all your money on paying for a rental truck or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So it ends up with them using the fucking mail truck to fucking carry bottles floor to ceiling to a different state to return them for the deposit. And that's what I imagine Seth Jones is at home doing right now, calculating this $15
how many
fucking
cigars
access.
From
He's like, all right, 37 cents a mile for fuel. But I could put that on the company credit cards. That just leaves meals. And if I can live on Slim Jims and gummy bears, we know he can, then I'll be okay.
I could
touch a scotch. I'm good.
Soaking those up in.
It's not actually that good.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Scotch
All
gummy
right.
bears don't work, but vodka.
Vodka does.
Yeah, vodka, beautiful.
I want to thank everybody very much for joining us, just like you can every Friday at 6 p.m. here on the Cigar Junkies podcast Facebook group. Or you can find us on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform of choice. Otherwise, make sure that you jump on to patreon.com/the Cigar Junkies podcast and give us some money, because where else are you going to do with it? GalaxyBoutique.com. Use code Junkies for free shipping site-wide, and you can get our badass shirts like these. Thanks for coming on. House of Perusa, Sam.
Whatever it was. We just not
And go.
Not even going to talk about Steve Saka next week. Just
Oh.
skip that.
And Steve Saka next week.
Salud.